Welcome back to the channel, everybody. It is the Monday update. I apologize for missing this weekend. I was traveling and visiting family, and it was very worth it. So let's go ahead and get started, and hopefully this will still be on the shorter end than they have been. As far as the struggles I experienced this week, I did not meet my exercise goals, which I am kind of upset about. I didn't prioritize them because I was trying to work on going out of town and visiting family. I also didn't do very well with my carbs. I think I did good on my macro goals, actually. Thursday and Friday I did exceptionally well. I also feel like I'm getting a little too dependent on the scale, I guess. I get really excited to see my progress, but that's creating, I need to be a little more patient with that before I go forward. So we'll talk about what we saw a little bit later, but I was I've gotten to the point where I'm too excited to see what's going on. I want to step on it every day, but I need to remember to stay off and step on there once a week. Exercise, I only exercised one day last week. It was last Thursday. I actually had a good workout. I actually worked out a little longer. I spent 40 minutes, I think. I did some walking while I was visiting family and stuff. Out of the past few days, yesterday was the only day I really didn't do anything. So we're gonna get back on track and try to get back in the gym the next couple of days. Groceries, I bought more tenderloin. I'm really liking the pork tenderloin. It's cheap. I get 2 servings from a piece, so it ends up being $2.50. So it's pretty good. I'm liking it. I bought a lot of broccoli and some burgers. And then I also picked up some tortillas to make a pizza with and some wraps. So I'm looking forward to that, just to kind of change things up. I do the wraps for lunch and then have my vegetables later in the day. Inspiration this week is brought to you by Dark Horse Rowing. Actually, I've been watching this guy for the past few weeks, and he's really helped really get the rowing down for me. It's a good exercise. It's very helpful. It exercises a lot of your body. Particularly, I'm excited about exercising the muscles between my shoulder blades because those are very useful if I can ever get into bow hunting. Because you use those to draw your bow rather than your arms. So that's kind of why I'm really looking forward to using that a little more. But his channel, they focus on form. They give you some workouts and things like that. Definitely link the channel down below. I hope you check them out. It's worth looking into. I want to emphasize that is safety. If you get injured, you can't work out. If you get injured, it gets harder to focus on eating right because you're stressed and you want easy. So I want to make sure that is something I don't want to deal with. So focusing on safely using the machines is a top priority. Weight this week. We're still losing. It's not as much as I would have liked. I have stepped on the scale too much, as I mentioned earlier. I stepped on Friday, I stepped on yesterday morning, and I stepped on today. Friday, I stepped on the scale. I was 373.2. Stepped on the scale yesterday morning when I got back. I was 374.5. And then today, when I stepped on this afternoon, I should say, I was 375.4 or something like that, which is an interesting number because normally I like food's still on my stomach throughout the day, so I'm not sure how that is working. But overall, that still means I lost a quarter of a pound over the past week. I'm not going to count Friday because I didn't record it. When I stepped on the scale, it was kind of a casual. I stepped on, stepped off. I didn't double, triple check like I normally do. So we're gonna take it. We're gonna say we lost almost 9 pounds in a month, which I think is still fantastic because 4 weeks we averaged 2.25 pounds. That's amazing. I was stressing out about this because I didn't lose as much as I wanted to, but after like looking at things, taking perspective and everything, I gotta be pretty pleased because I'm still averaging 2.25 pounds a week. So I might be bummed because I'm not losing as fast as I want to, but that's not the goal, and I got to remember that. The goal is to have these sustainable, healthy habits that will get me to where I want to be eventually. You know, the goals aren't the number on the scale. The goals are the being around, being skinnier in the future, and being able to go do things that I want to do. Those are the goals. The scale just kind of is along for the ride, you know, and it's a good measure of where I am to get to those things. Something I want to talk about, I'm going to add in for this week since I got to travel. Tips for traveling. I found some things that worked, some things that didn't work, and we'll go over those right now. I used to go to the gas station. I would get like a buffalo chicken roller, which if you're not familiar with, they're delicious. They're just coated in, it's just processed chicken coated in breading and buffalo sauce. It is amazing, but they're very high calorie and expensive. Well, not necessarily expensive, but they're very high calorie for you. I would also get like a Coke Zero, a bag of Funyuns, and probably like some jerky, and that would be food I would eat while I'm riding. Every Sheetz on the East Coast has Baby Bell and the protein shake, so you're getting your high protein. The calories aren't bad because it ends up being about 250, 300 calories for a snack. It has 30 to 40 grams of protein. Fantastic way to go. I'll get that and a Coke Zero and I'm good to go. I got a nice little surprise from Taco Bell. I did the math, and I'm pretty happy with it. Soft taco. Cheese, sour cream, lettuce, chicken with extra chicken. Grilled chicken, not the shredded chicken, the grilled chicken. The grilled chicken's 20 calories less, so if you like the other flavor better, I might recommend that actually, because the shredded chicken is a little spicier and has a little more flavor. You can pick your poison there. Pretty good. I had 3 of those. Each one's about 220, 230 calories. So I had 3 of those, so over 600 calories for a meal, and I'm like, that's fantastic. If you're a woman or you're a smaller person, you may want to go for 2, and that's 440 calories. That's still pretty good for a meal. I went to a normal Mexican restaurant. I got basically the same thing except with a side of rice, and that ends up being about 800 calories. It's because I got 2 tacos instead of 3, and they tend to be a little bit better, a little bit bigger. I feel like they're probably healthier too because the foods at a generic Mexican restaurant are typically a little more fresh than what you would get at Taco Bell. So normally not so frozen. I was pretty happy with that. It was very good. So goals for this week, I want to talk about. We're gonna get back on track with our exercise. We're doing all right with our dieting, so we're gonna stick to that. But really try to focus on getting that exercise back. I've been a little carb heavy over the past few weeks. Well, not few weeks, but past few days. So I'm probably gonna try to cut back on those a little bit to kind of compensate. I've found that a really cool thing to do is if you find that you're not doing so well one day, just shave a little off the next day. You know, don't do that all the time, but you know, if you're like hungrier one day and you eat a little more, that's fine. Shave a smidge off the next day. That way you're still getting that overall calorie deficit over a week, you know. Like last week I had one day where I overate. What did I do? I took 500 extra calories out of my diet, and because of how I'm dieting now, I can do that and be okay because I go 24 to 1900. Oh, whoop-de-doo. Most people are eating 2000 calories, or should be anyway. I'm gonna try to get a little more stable with my professional development because I think the situation I'm in, I currently don't have a home, kind of. I have places to stay, which is fantastic, But the thing is I don't have my own place like I normally do. And it's been like that since May, and that's causing a lot of stress. So we're gonna try to work towards this stability so that I can really enable myself to succeed with my weight loss goals. So we'll be talking more about that as we go. Again, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you on Wednesday. Have a great day.